Hi, this is Deanna Stinson for HPI and teardropsofangel.com. And we're sitting here with
Mooey
and
Mark
and Lady X. And it's Friday the 13th, and I have a scary paranormal story for you. Now, this story involves a house in Stockton. And Mark here has actually been in some haunted houses. There's many haunted houses in Stockton, right?
There's a lot of them, and I've been in a lot of them.
He's been in a lot of them. So we're going to hear a story about Lady X's haunted house.
Okay. We lived in this house for approximately 10 years, and all of the 10 years that we lived there, different things happened. Things would fly off of the walls, out of the cabinets. They would open on their own. Things would fly around. We would actually watch bottles of soda spin in the middle of the room when there was nobody around. We took a picture that just happened to come out where you could see the perfect face of a little boy and a man. So there were just different things throughout the years that happened. But the thing that really let me know that there was something going on in that house was one night my brother, who is, God rest his soul, now has passed, he was asleep in the front room, and I was asleep in the family room, where they were kind of almost connecting. I woke up to the sound of what sounded like to be a party going on in the next room. But I could hear dogs barking. I could hear water running. I could hear a little boy crying. I could hear a man scolding him. But mind you, these voices were all going on at the same time. There were no pauses in them. It was as if all of us here were talking at the same time. And there were some voices in there that sounded demonic to me. What I would hear, I don't know what demonic sounds like, but.
Now, was there anybody else that experienced this too? Because Lady X, I feel like has a lot of psychic ability, so that's why I asked.
My children were asleep, heard nothing. They were right next to him, they heard nothing. So no, it was just me.
Okay. Also, there was a story about red shoes. A ghost with red shoes.
Oh yeah, that was another house. My friend had a big old Victorian home, and I guess her brother passed away when he was very young. He had choked on his own vomit because he had a gas mask on.
And where was the gas mask from?
I think it was from World War I, and I guess the father was a trader. You buy and sell trading things. And he happened to just put it on, and I guess he didn't know what he was doing. He ended up dying.
Wow.
And so he came to her one night and told her he was never going to leave her. And so when we went to visit her, he was there.
Wow.
I seen him lift her hair from the back of her head. I seen his feet running across the room. Those red tennis shoes. Oh, when I said red, she goes, "That's my brother. That's him."
And now, in the house that we're at now, was there a little ghost story about a little girl?
There's a little girl here. She doesn't frighten anyone. She kind of frightens my husband a little bit, because he's like, where's she coming from? But she appears from my bathroom and goes into my closet. And he seems to be the only one that sees her.
Wow.
But when she's around, I'm assuming it's only one. When she's around, we do in this house have doors that open where we're all right here and we can see the door is not opening, but you can hear it. Mooey, what are some of the things that you've seen?
When we first moved in here, I slept here to make sure that our belongings we weren't fully moved in yet. But of course, I was anticipated to move in, you know what I mean? And I had my stuff in my bedroom, and then me and my younger brother, we slept in the living room. And of course, in a big empty house, you could hear pretty much everything going on. And I heard change shaking around. I had a piggy bank, and I heard change shaking around in there. That was the first experience that I've had here. Just the other day, one of my younger brother's friends, he was walking from the garage into the kitchen, and the door flung open for him. And I was over there, I was washing dishes, and he looked at me kind of befuddled. He goes, "Hey, man, did you just open the door for me?" No, I was over here. Just simple things like that. Not too long ago, it was about 3 a.m. and I had laid down in the bedroom, and I had heard the TV on, just turn on by itself. I wasn't fully asleep.
Always happens.
I heard the TV go on, and so I go, man, you know what I mean? Who's up? But I didn't hear no movement in the house. It was completely still, and so I ended up. I walked out, and yeah, the TV was on by itself. You know what I mean? It was, no one was up. But yeah, that's
little things that happen.
little things like that. Nothing malevolent, nothing sinister. But yeah, it seems to be like a playful ghost. You know what I mean?
It just kind of makes us feel like
yeah.
everywhere we are, we can feel. There's always something there. If it's
and I think
there,
that usually most ghosts are generally benign. That's been my experience. That they're not trying to hurt you. I mean, a ghost is nothing more than a human spirit. As I look around this room, I see a room full of ghosts because we all have a human spirit that's attached to a living body. So when your physical body dies, your spirit does not suddenly turn into this horrific, malevolent being that's trying to hurt everybody.
Right.
And this is why people ask, well, don't you get scared? No. Why?
I actually say hi to him if something happens. Hey, what's going on, man?
Because I've been
go to sleep.
I do too.
I've been
go to sleep.
I've been
late,
in so many
man.
haunted.
Go to bed.
I've been in so many haunted places and had so many paranormal experiences, and I've never had to go to the emergency room afterwards. So it finally dawned on me, well, what's to be afraid of?
Right.
There was one time where my girlfriend was she was on her way over. We were gonna have dinner from when she was getting off work. I just talked to her. She's like, "Yeah, I'm on my way." So we hear the front door open and close. So I wait a few minutes.
Oh, that's right.
And I said, "Hey, where you at?" Nothing. So I walked outside. I looked outside. Her car's not there. I mean, and you can clearly hear the door open and close. And so I gave her a phone call, and I told her, I says, "Hey, where are you at?" She goes, "Well, I'm just barely leaving work." And she worked downtown, so there's no way she could have been back and forth, open and close the door, and that's it.
Wow.
So when she finally got here, I was like, "Yeah, I thought you were here, and bigger than whatever else." Yeah, she wasn't here. That door just opened and closed by itself, and it happens all the time.
Deanna, do you believe that quote unquote ghosts? Do you believe that they know that they are dead, or do you?
I think some of
What do
them
you
know.
believe?
I think that you can't control your destiny after you die. That's what I think.
I think she's asking, do they know that they're dead?
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Do they sometimes not know that they're dead?
I think sometimes they know and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
The ones that are lost in translation, they don't know.
Yeah. All right. I hope you're creeped out. Bye.